I'm very excited, obviously, for Heidi as a senior to be recognized as, a first-team All-League player. I think she deserves it. She works extremely hard. I think she'll be happy, but she's more worried about Wednesday and playing Detroit, and then Indy to be on the all-freshman team is very exciting for the future of our program. Indy has done a great job this season, having to step into a point guard role and lead us to a 20-win season and a home playoff game. So that's, just shows how good of a player she is and how much she's worked and put in this year also.
Future is Detroit. Talk a little bit about the challenge of the third meeting.
Detroit took Green Bay right down to the wire as a one-point game. They had a chance to win it at the end. They're very good. I mean, they held Green Bay to obviously 51 points, which is outstanding. They can really score at times. They put 5 players on the court that can all shoot at different times, and they'll put in smaller lineups and make your post players have to guard on the perimeter and different things like that. So I think Autumn's done a great job with them, and it should be a really great game.
John, is that score a true factor of the game, or were there some subs in there, or haven't you?
Yeah, I watched it a couple times already. I just thought Green Bay had a 20-point lead in the second half, and then kind of hit a little bit of a lull. Detroit got hot right towards the end, and just Green Bay also missed a couple free throws, so it was like a 12, 13, 14 to 2 or 3 run, and just gave them a chance to win. But Green Bay was pretty in control pretty much most of the game, but then they had a couple turnovers, a couple missed free throws, and Detroit had capitalized and almost won the game.
So just like you guys, they have some momentum.
Oh yeah, they definitely have some momentum. They're obviously not afraid to play on the road. I think Autumn and her staff have been doing a great job of adjusting their defenses and helping off non-shooters and plugging up the paint, and they're going to do that against us too, and we'll need kids to step up and make shots. And I think Heidi did a great job of rebounding last game. I think she had 15. Tish had maybe 12 or 14 points too. So we're obviously still going to try to go into them, but they're going to do everything they can to plug up that middle.
I know the goal is to go to the NCAA tournament. Is there any status about other tournaments if that isn't?
We've already qualified for the WBI, the WNIT. I think we're right in the mix for that too. Obviously, if you win your postseason conference tournament, you're going to the NCAA. So there's a lot of options out there, and none of them are in stone yet.
How do you determine if things don't work out for the NCAA where you go? Then how will you? Is that your decision? Or is
we'll decide as a staff and as a team, and the administration will also have an impact on that. We'd like to host some games in the postseason if we can, so that obviously plays into part of it also.
Both tournaments give you that option?
The WBI for sure. The WNIT, the last time Youngstown was in it, they hosted a game, so that's obviously an option still.
With as close to the games you've had with Detroit this year and then the possibility of playing Green Bay in the next round, was this about as tough a road as you could have had in the tournament?
You know what? All the teams are very good. I mean, obviously watching the games throughout the conference season this year, anybody can beat anybody on any given night. We had Oakland, who I don't know what their overall record ended up being, but I think they were fairly well under 500 when they beat Green Bay. There was a lot of upsets throughout the year, and we're in a situation where I feel like, if we play well, we can beat anybody in the conference. But if we don't play well, anybody can beat us. So the bottom line is we just have to come out and play really well.
John, now that the regular season is over, how would you assess your team just with the regular season?
You know what? Having 7 freshmen on a team and winning 20 games, being able to host a tournament game, I'm extremely happy with what we did. Having two freshmen and a sophomore starting, having a freshman and a sophomore first off the bench, I don't know if I could have asked for much more. I think we won 5 of the last 7 going into this point, so we're pretty happy. I mean, we're happy. We don't want it to end. We want to keep it going, but I'm pretty happy overall with the season.